Well, how many children do you have?
Your Honor, I got 12 sons, and I got. Hold on. I got 12 sons, and I have 15 daughters. I have 27 altogether.
What?
I wanted to get.
How do you get to that point? From both perspectives, how do you have the stamina to have 27 children everywhere? And how as a woman, how do you stay with a man that has 27 children? I mean, one, maybe two from previous relationships or marriages or anything like that is understandable. But 27, that's... I'm at a loss for words, and I think this is the biggest red flag out of all. Have a person that is unreliable and that is not capable of maintaining their or being in their children's lives, and also is irresponsible with making children, with the future of the people he or she is raising, because this is applicable to women too, not only to men. Then that's a big red flag, because obviously when someone is unreliable to the people that should be the closest to them, I'm referring to children. If you are unreliable with that, then what are you reliable with in general?
Get married, okay?
And he would settle for anybody. See, that's what it was.
I wanted to find me a wife, and she was there. I asked her.
I mean, it's an oversimplified version of modern dating nowadays, I think. I wanted to have sex, and she was there. I wanted to have some fun, and he was there. It's an oversimplification of modern dating right now. But the thing is, it's also something to be wary of. Let's say, again, main thing is unreliability, because mostly when someone says, well, he or she was there, and well, what can I say? It happened. Then, I mean, people with such mentalities are more likely to cheat on you than people who have actually some standards for themselves and some really well-defined principles that they end up believing in, and well, actually following them with in a very strict manner, you know.
Check it out. Don't laugh at me. I'm serious.
No, it was funny, Mr. Harvey.
I'm funny.
I wanted to find a wife, and she was there.
It's a lot of issues that we have to deal with, especially her issues. And honestly, Your Honor, I wanted to know if you could possibly do a court-ordered mental evaluation, because I think the girl crazy.
Well, don't get me wrong. There are some crazy people out there, both men and women. But you don't have to be so wretched with this. I mean, how do you stand there and diminish your wife, your someone who was special to you up until that point? How do you sit in a court and diminish them to that point where you have to call them crazy, or call to have a mental order or anything like that, or even have the audacity to request something like that from a judge without any, I don't know, any respect, any sign of shame, to be honest? I mean, we have two red flags here: shameless cruelty, and possibly projecting negativity on others to deflect from seeing your own faults. And this is something that really happens in today's society, and it's not pretty, because basically what happens is that in a relationship, when three people like this get together, well, it's going to be a crazy house. Because tantrums happen, fights happen all the time, and it's not pretty, and they end up fighting with each other, and possibly, well, if children end up being involved, then it's gonna be a nightmare to also get out of, if they decide to do that, to separate. And also it's going to be a nightmare for the children, because obviously the trauma that they experience in a household that is unstable, it's something that they will have for the rest of their lives. So another big old red flag: instability. If you do not have stability in your own home, if you fear that that the other person will throw a tantrum every now and then without expecting it, without reason, or someone else blames you for every little step that you make, and because maybe it's not made how it's supposed to be or how we want it to be or anything like that, then those are red flags and you should run.
And there was a trucker getting fuel, and he started telling him that I was for sale. He was trying to sell me to another guy.
Mr. Hammond, please tell me that you were just kidding and angry, and if that man had come up with a couple of $1,000 or a couple $100, you would not have tried to trade her in.
I wasn't trying to sell her. I tried to get him to take her.
So you were going to give him money to take her off your hand?
Yes.
I think I get, I mean, it's funny. It's a little funny. Not really much of a red flag here because if the other person doesn't get you and doesn't get the fact that you need to, distance yourself from them or anything like that, well, to be honest, you should call the police or to do the proceedings to have a restriction order or anything like that before appealing to other countermeasures. But I mean that this works too, right? I don't know. It's funny. Not really a big red flag here.
He has like these anger spells that usually go for around like 2 to 3 days out of the month, and any little thing sets him off. So I think the last time it happened.
You got PMS, Mr. Broden?
This is a red flag. Anger issues are a red flag, and this is something that can be seen early on in relationships. You can see it when change happens in not really in a relationship, but in life in general. If a person gets mad because something changed from the order that thing was supposed to be done, and the thing is made from the person that you are in a relationship with goes from 0 to 100 from that little thing, and that sets him or her off, then that's a big old red flag. And you should talk about it first. You should try and talk about it to say, look, I don't like your behavior here, and here. Do you want to change this? Because if not, then I cannot handle that. And if I cannot handle that, then I cannot handle a relationship with you, because in a relationship, again, we need stability.
Apparently.
For real.
You got robbed twice.
Okay.
It doesn't happen all the time. I mean, once should be enough for you.
See, sometimes I just tell her that I got robbed.
Oh, you're lying.
So you say sometimes you just tell her you got robbed because...
Not to give her no money. Not to give her
because you don't want to give her money.
Yes.
I can't even have nobody over at the house because she walks around naked.
Because I'm starting to feel good about myself. My husband's a bum, Your Honor. I won the Big Bertha contest at a small town strip club. There was 30 women and I won. I feel like I'm...
Well, this is the type of woman men gather around, because this is the type of woman that you should avoid at all costs, because she does not have any shame, and look what she is able to do in a courtroom. I mean, it's an official place where you should behave properly, but here is what she does.
Somebody, look at me now, Your Honor. Pump it up.
And that is commendable. Commendable how? I mean, sure, there are people out there who appreciate this type of reactions, but well, not me, and I think not 90% of the population.
Mr. Brooks, not that I don't already have an idea, but why don't you tell me what you're unhappy about in this relationship?
Well, it's just overbearing. There's all these standards that Tamisha has that, I'm like the Black June Cleaver. I'm at home all day with the kids cleaning up. I got baby in my hand. I got I'm mopping, I'm sweeping, I'm cooking.
If you don't stop, I'm.
Well, let's stop here and think for a second. Sometimes, sometimes yes, these things happen, and these are petty fights. To be honest, I mean, who does what in a household and so on? Because the thing is, yeah, responsibility should be shared. If it is not shared, then that's a big red flag. Because when living together, you have a set of responsibilities. Maybe at times you can skip them or pass them to one another, fine. But when you have a child, that is a big shared responsibility. And that is a big shared responsibility that has to be fulfilled on both sides. A child cannot be raised simply with, let's say, with a father figure or with a motherly figure, right? And I am not excluding same-sex relationships and so on here. I'm only saying that there are two types of persons that have to have yes an implication in a baby's growth, right? You have the mother that is that's why it's called motherly love, right? You have a mother, a person that will care for that baby, that will bring out the sensitive side in that baby. And you have the father that will bring responsibility to the baby and discipline and make him stand on his 2 feet, right? And be able to go on through life's hardships. And that is how a baby is raised in a healthy manner, right? And that is a big shared responsibility that you cannot just put on the mother or on the father or anything like that. You have to do your part, right, when raising a kid. So it's a big red flag if early in the relationship the other person starts to get comfortable and basically expect the other person to do everything.
I'm gonna clean the toilet with your toothbrush. So what did I do? I cleaned it with his toothbrush. He thought I was kidding and joking and that I wasn't gonna do it, so I did it.
While I'm brushing my
Well,
teeth.
he don't leave
though.
the toilet seat down no more.
Brush my teeth.
Why would you do that, and why would you be so petty? God, why are these petty people? Why do these petty people exist, to be honest?
With a toilet brush.
But did you put it back in the stand?
Yeah.
And he brushed his teeth with it? Oh, Mrs. Chapman, that's cold. That's just cold.
That's not even just cold. That's irresponsible, because during the toilet there are feces, there are viruses, there are toxins, there are anything. I mean, you're playing with the health of a person here, with the life of a person. You have a type of responsibility that you share when you to the other person, and when you are in a relationship with him or her, right? I mean, tell me if I'm the only one who thinks that in the comments, but I think that you should be aware that when you are in a relationship with someone, you have some degree of responsibility to his or her well-being.
Who don't like oral sex? That's all I can say.
I'm just saying. Hey, teed him up. It was all my fault. Mr. Booth, go ahead.
Does your wife cook, Joe?
Leave Joe alone,
I'm trying
Mr.
to get
Booth.
Joe, does your
Mr.
wife cook, Joe?
Mr. Booth.
Please, someone help me.
We don't
I'm
buy.
Someone's got to help me. I'm dying.
He has a motto: white is right. He said the white girls do it right. White girls get it.
No, I said if it ain't snowing, I ain't going. That's what I said.
That's why you ain't.
That's a totally different thing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not. English is not my native language, so I don't know all the idioms and stuff. But from that thing alone, that seems to me just taking a thing and putting it out of context and wrapping it in a tiny little bow and serving it as an insult.
And that's why he ain't gone far.
Yeah, guys. So we've gone through a lot of relationship red flags in this video. Mainly when talking about anger issues, about instability, about unreliability, about getting comfortable with someone. These are 4 red flags that you should avoid in any type of relationship, because uh, go it will go down just as fast as that relationship will go up. Thank you for enjoying this video with me, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye.